In this video, we are going to be talking about Marvel Spider-Man 2's DLC, which was said to be coming in 2023, and we're almost at the end of 2023, so where is the DLC? Also going to be talking about what Tony Todd had to say about Venom's cut voice dialogue, Miles Morales going one-on-one and having the symbiote suit, and I feel like I've got a pretty good theoretical answer in regards to the Marvel Spider-Man 2 DLC. Let's talk firstly about Venom's cut content in Spider-Man 2, which I'm getting from insidergaming.com. The article reads, Spider-Man 2 featured only 10% of Venom's recorded dialogue. There are rumors circulating regarding a follow-up title or spin-off that'll focus almost entirely on the chaotic character. There might be more in store though, as it was recently revealed through a panel at Fan Expo 2023 in San Francisco that as much as 90% of Venom's recorded dialogue may have been cut from the base game. In a post on Twitter, Evan Filaka, who was attending a panel at Fan Expo in San Francisco, captured a snippet from Tony Todd, the voice of Venom. It was claimed that Insomniac dropped around 90% of his recorded dialogue, opting to only feature a small portion of it in the finished base game. Now, no further context was offered, so it's impossible to say where this dialogue was cut from. It could have been from planned sequences where the player assumes control of Venom, or it could be legitimately cut as the studio pulled back from making Venom a more prominent character in the sensational superhero title. It's heavily rumored that this isn't the last we'll see of Venom though. Perhaps those lines will resurface at some point in the future. In my opinion, I think that's exactly what they're going to be doing. I think they're going to be using Tony Todd still as the voice of Venom, whether it be with Harry Osborn or the next iteration of Venom. If the symbiote goes on Flash Thompson or Eddie Brock next, I think Tony Todd will still produce the voice of Venom. I think Insomniac has heavily teased a Venom game at this point through interviews and articles, and I know a lot of people want a Venom DLC or a Venom spin-off game entirely, and I think as they were developing Spider-Man 2, they were like, let's just make a Venom spin-off game or a DLC and use this voice line because there was enough Venom to get us through the game, and if that was only 10%, oh, there must be so much dialogue left. Definitely I would think enough for a DLC, but also enough to have a lot of the voice done for Venom in a potential spin-off game where they could bring back Tony Todd just to add the final few touch-ups. But Tony Todd also gave us another big piece of information that was cut from Marvel Spider-Man 2. This is coming from kitguru.net, and it says that Insomniac almost had Miles Morales don the symbiote suit in Spider-Man 2. The subheading reads, Insomniac struck gold once again with Spider-Man 2 this year, telling a new story centered around both Peter Parker and Miles Morales, with both featured prominently throughout the story of their own set of missions that intertwine over the course of the campaign. As it turns out, the voice actor for Venom recorded a lot more dialogue than what is featured in the game, and a sequence in which Miles would don the symbiote suit was removed from the game. The article reads, Tony Todd revealed that he recorded a lot more unused dialogue for the game, including lines of section of the game in which Miles Morales would come into direct contact with the symbiote and don the famous symbiote suit himself. This was cut out from the final game, instead only having Peter Parker directly encounter the symbiote, with Miles witnessing the change it induces in his mental from a distance. Todd also estimates that only 10% of his recorded lines made it into the game. I would assume this is a slight exaggeration rather than a factual percentage. I assume that too, but still it is interesting to hear. Some Easter eggs within Spider-Man 2 do hint at the existence of a multiverse. Perhaps a DLC in which Miles encounters a symbiote in a more direct fashion is on the cards, but I think it is more likely that this was intended for the main story, but the writers changed their minds along the way and decided that it would be much more fitting and concise to just have Peter Parker struggle with the symbiote infection, creating a situation where Miles has to sit back and wonder what is happening to his usually level-headed mentor. Sometimes less is more, and I think that is the approach Insomniac used here, and I think that was the right approach for them to use too. I think having Miles have the symbiote suit and going through his own struggle would have been too much to add to the game. However, of course, as a Spider-Man fan, as a Venom fan, as a symbiote fan, I would have loved to see it anyway. He did also get a Miles Morales Carnage suit as well in the game, so I think this is a route that they won't be taking in a DLC or in a sequel game, because if they had it on the cards, I don't think they would have included a symbiote suit near the end of the game for Miles Morales. This is something they did with Spider-Man 1. They didn't include any of the black suits for Peter Parker because of their plans for a sequel which will introduce the black suits and the symbiote suits. So for them to already have included a Carnage Carnage suit in the game for Miles Morales, I think it kind of shows that they won't be going into that direction in the future. I mean, earlier on they had plans to have Venom infect Sandman, and they had the idea of a Venomized Sandman, which was also something that they cut out because it wasn't gonna really fit with the story. But I love the fact that Insomniac have these very crazy and out there ideas for the Spider-Man series. Let's move on to the Spider-Man 2 DLC, which we haven't got yet, which we have been teased with after the game launched by the creative director Brian Intihar himself in interviews with IGN and Kinda Funny. Brian Intihar did say that we are definitely going to be getting a new game plus mode, and it should be coming in 2023. And mission replayabilities, he never said that was coming in 2023, but sometime soon, so we can expect that to be coming in 2024. But we're almost at the end of 2023 now. There's literally, as the time of recording, 20 days left for 2023, and we've got no news or word about DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2, not even at the Game Awards, which I thought we may get a teaser at some point. However, if we look back at Marvel Spider-Man 1, we did get a Christmas present from Insomniac Games when they released the Raimi suit on Christmas Day. So I think that is kind of the plan that they may have for the new game plus mode for Christmas Day to give to the fans. Because we have no news on it right now, I think Christmas Day would also be a great day to give fans the new game plus mode, and maybe even make it some sort of tradition for the Marvel Spider-Man series. So when Spider-Man 3 comes out, Christmas Day we will get something new for the game too. That's just something I think that would be cool. I also want to say, in regards to new game plus mode, they may be really fleshing out the amount of brand new suits we can unlock in this mode. I'm hoping it's not just us replaying the game with some new game plus trophies, but having us unlock some brand new suits for both Peter and Miles. And I also wanted to remind you some of the DL suits that have been confirmed that are coming to Marvel Spider-Man 2, designed by some celebrities like a soccer player Vinicius Jr. But to be honest, I really don't like any of these suits, so I'm not sure if they're going to be added as part of the brand new suits. Maybe that will be including in New Game Plus, or will they be coming separately? And just my quick thoughts on the Game Awards snubbing of Spider-Man 2. It was nominated for 7 awards and it won nothing, but this year was a very competitive year, and I don't really put that much stock into games winning Game Awards, so it honestly didn't really bother me at all. I think Insomniac Games made an insanely great Spider-Man 2 game, probably the best Spider-Man game of all time, and as long as it made a whole load of money, it doesn't really matter about Game Awards. Yeah. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I will be making more Marvel's Wolverine videos. I will be talking about the brand new announced Marvel's Blade game by Bethesda, Arcane Leon. And I'm also going to be starting making videos on Grand Theft Auto 6 with all the official news and updates for that game. And I'm still working on a Patreon, which will be coming out very soon, maybe in a couple of weeks and maybe a month or so. That will have some exclusive videos too. But guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Go ahead and check out my other Marvel Spider-Man 2 updates and also my Marvel Spider-Man 3 updates, which we've got a lot of information already on the next Marvel Spider-Man game. But for now, peace out, God bless, I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.